Greetings, I am Laz.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
Alrighty, so we were talking about what to choose in the last one, and I was just actually admiring this character design a little bit more, and I think it's hilarious that with the Queen Bee sort of aesthetic, that she's also matched her clothing to her eyes slightly,
Right.
which is sort of charming.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, as I discussed in the last one, I think we're Why So Rude, What a Sore Winner, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sometimes.
Why So Rude, though? What a sore winner.
Hold
Oh,
on.
can we choose that one?
Oh,
All right,
there we go. Okay.
Does she act this bluntly towards every new person she meets? Or grumble whenever she's on the losing end of a fight? It's off-putting. What happened to good sportsmanship and being nice to your fellow human?
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet-like. It's creepy.
She snaps her fingers to grab my attention.
Ooh, much
I was
snap.
watching you. I was just taking
So,
in this
are
whole
you gonna
experience.
f***ing quarter up or not?
Hi.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
Employee. No. From what I've seen, I know I couldn't beat a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. I haven't even played. Nope. No, thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You work here?
Yes, me, and what's your job hassling me? I'm actually pretending to work here. Shh. I enforce arcade law with the Noble Funplex.
Ooh, these options. But they're probably also basically, though, indicative of our response to them, going a little bit more reserved and going,
I imagine it feels like there are, like, I would be interested in playing this game a couple of times and seeing how much these options change depending on what you pick.
Right.
Or if they're still a little bit more, like, if there's not too much variation, but it still allows you to really, like, it affects more what other people say.
Right.
Or what situations you end up in overall.
Here we go.
Anyway, I feel like we are on the defensive, but we're trying to bring things down. So, on the other hand, enforce arcade law with Noble Funplex sounds playful to me, even though it says it's not playful.
Right.
It says it's
more
neutral.
neutral. Well, compared to the other options, it's probably the most neutral option that you could get.
Right. So I'm again really glad for these indicators because I would have no idea how to read a lot of these.
Right.
So and I don't really want to go with aggressive because for me, like you could say any of these playfully.
Oh yeah.
Or sort of directly. So I'm gonna go.
But within the context of the game, I do appreciate that they're going, this is what we intend with this line.
No, and
period.
it's really helpful. I love
Yes.
that. Okay, so I feel like just trying to establish it's our first day of the job. We're gonna get you professional. So I enforce arcade law with this Noble Funplex.
Within.
You bet. In fact, I was just hired earlier. I'm the new floor attendant. If the game eats your quarter, come to get me. Oh, come to me. I love she does it. She does that specific laugh.
She's doing the Orihime giggle.
And she did it with when she beat the
She's
game
doing the
too, with
Hime
the,
laugh. Excuse me.
like she really
She
did.
is. She's the princess type. That's a...
Wait, are you serious?
Wait, you're serious.
Wait, you're serious? Okay then, welcome aboard this runaway train.
Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
Yeah, geez. I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her.
Honestly, that's actually pretty clever. Going, oh, by the way, you don't have a name tag. What is your name?
I'm Liz. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where the name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. This is charming.
It's
That's
so cute.
It's very performative, but I am that very performative person sometimes.
Right.
So I'm feeling it. I mean, like, even my friend has sometimes looked at me like, you just did that off the cuff in this thing? And I'm like, yes, I did.
but-
On the other hand, they sometimes do it too, and
Oh.
it's very charming.
Yeah, it is.
On the other hand, Scandal has mentioned occasionally throwing people off because they'll do it way more deadpan, where I'm like, I'm clear that this is theatrical performance. And Scandal would just be like, no, they are my great uncle, so-and-so. And they'll be like, oh my god, you're related to the guy on TV? And Scandal, no, that's clearly preposterous. No.
It's fine.
Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks. This really is like an arcade family. Even the customers are family. I go off in my own mind for a second. Wait, no problem. We gamers gotta stick together, eh?
I'm Queen Bee, by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
Whoa.
Nice.
Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist. Wow. I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, no one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
Hey, I do not sound like that.
The disgust.
That's hilarious. You can do.
Well, maybe a little.
That's adorable.
Maybe a little. All right, that's very cute.
Yeah, it's real cute.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here, besides Purpur and Tio. But Percy is Purpur.
Maybe?
Percy is Purpur.
Purpur.
Hi, Purpur. Oh my god.
Purpur! So the other person we're gonna run into is Tio.
I guess
Whoever
so.
the heck Tio is the dance person.
I guess so. And besides Purpur and Tio, so you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Oh, great. Now she's even making my job into a competition. Apparently the job is also a game. Are we getting meta or not? Oh, hang on.
Wait.
I hope there isn't a betting pool, too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? You just called me a kid. Do you know how old I am? Nope. Haven't seen it. Nope, not at all. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa.
Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes, I have. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet.
Oh my god, you're amazing!
Nope. Sure, I'd like to learn more. Will it hurt or traumatize me? Is this... I feel like there's a little too much getting to know you for being on the job and how much professionalism we've displayed before.
Yeah.
So this might be basically saying we're an unreliable narrator about our own level of professionalism.
Right.
Sort of like we posited earlier with I can do anything, doesn't matter, and then we got really fed up with the games counter.
Right?
So I think this game might be aware and thoughtful enough to actually realize what they're doing with the narration.
Right.
And be like, you are not as professional as you think you are.
Yes.
And so I'm kind of like looking forward to that, because when you have an unreliable narrator or somebody that basically thinks something that isn't necessarily true or doesn't line up with, necessarily what might be the world value of that thing, and then that's made clear from their point of view versus the world's view, it's kind of cool because it just makes things more complex.
Right.
Anyway, complex, the
Ah.
arcade flex. Let's see.
There is still some element of, playfulness, so I almost want to say, will it hurt or traumatize me?
I know, but again, that's
not
that's
playful,
neutral,
that's
not playful, which I would totally think that was playful. And I kind of want to just be like, nope, because diplomatic. Like, I'm hoping that one can get me back to my job.
Nope.
Like, because it is saying it's diplomatic, so we'll just do that one. Nope.
Sure.
All right.
Why not? Let's do it.
Hi. Nope. My internal sensors are going off, and they're telling me to reverse and leave this conversation ASAP. No, I think I'm okay without that.
Come on.
Where's the fun in that? I'm just going to show you how it all works. Now, with or without your consent.
Oh god!
Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. My discomfort is that of the game, and upon further inspection I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up to the game. You can't just plug one of these cabs into the internet, so I'm using a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. Oh, she was playing live for an
Whoa.
audience. That's so much fun and
That's so
weird.
cool!
That webcam there, it broadcasts to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone.
Brilliant!
That is really, really cool. On the other hand, it's hiatus. There's someone talking to me. Did you tell them you were talking to this person? Or are we also... If the webcam's on the screen, can they hear us talking?
Oh, they might.
Am I on TV informally? Wah! Costs a bit to put everything all together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning, but after doing this here for a couple of years, it's easy peasy. That is a fun way to stream, though, and I kind of like it. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras damaging the paint job, So get soft, latex clips.
Right?
Get your latex buffer on your clips.
You'll be fine.
Then it slides some. Well, then maybe make it, magnetic on each side of itself. High-powered magnets on two sides.
I love the fact that these people are just genuinely interested in you. It's kind of overwhelming.
It's kind of wild, but they're like, oh, a new person at the arcade.
I know.
But it also makes more sense world-wise because there's this thing with dating games where everyone's just suddenly interested in you for no reason.
Right.
And these ones are all giving you a reason of, I am involved in this arcade, I care about this arcade, and now you're involved in it.
Right.
So for me, this works as a better setup than the ones where you just, I'm randomly around places meeting people, and they're like,
Wow.
you. I will now spend all my time and attention on you. So I like that there's that sort of uniting thread, and I am bagging on the Arcana a little bit here with that, going, everyone just likes you because...
Right.
And in this one, there really is a reason for them to be interested in you specifically.
However, again, so one of the mechanics behind the Arcana that I can also appreciate, my friend and I have had discussions about this off screen, definitely for sure, is going that people are basically looking for a romantic experience. You're going to the game wanting to basically already be in that space of let's do the romantic headspace. And that's totally fine. That's what that game is there for. So even in the sense of where that, like, I don't necessarily get along with that as much. I won't say that I don't appreciate it, because I do understand it. Like, so I apologize for misspeaking there. But it is the thing of going that I understand it, but it also in some ways kind of like that's not entirely the kind of game that I'm always in the mood for. And sometimes I can totally be in the space for that, but it's just kind of like, eh.
And I think what I'm driving at for me is that I prefer more complexity. So even if your game is speedrun to romance and what you're here for is romance and that's what's happening,
Right.
I still like there to be a solid reason for those romances. I like it to be grounded in, story or background or character more than it's just happening.
Right.
This be happening.
And also, again, it can depend on just your approach, which obviously that is an approach to games. It's everybody likes all different kinds of stories.
Right. And this is, of course, only what I like or care about.
Right?
Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. So also the environment.
Yep.
There is so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with a console version of FOD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, my own trash talk, the community. Wait.
Ah!
Are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
Nope, no way.
Fuck no. That was part of my warm-up matches. It's a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible. Even if it is with a bunch of fodder. Chum.
As in fodder.
Fodder. As in, chum. FOD. Der.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Lunch meat. Scrubs. Losers. I got the idea. Yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter cabinet. Oh, TM, they used it. Street Fighter TM.
That's so
cute.
good.
My crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it?
At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
What the?
Fuck! I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure. One thing. Can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We got kids around here, and I don't want to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh. But for you, I'll keep it to a PG-13 rating. Because you asked nicely. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick.
Later.
I'm having a hard time switching between Southern and like just Middle American.
Yeah.
I'll get there, but I'm having trouble with it since I
Yeah.
don't know her very well yet. And with a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. I am still uncomfortable like the fist. Queen Bee fires up her broadcasting rig and the shouting and milder swearing start up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Queen Bee may be certifiable. She's got a volatile personality, to say the least.
She's okay.
That
That is not the harshest gamer I think I've ever run into. Like, in regards to people where you're like, whoa, that is really
Like, she's a
aggressive.
little direct, a little blunt, but not bad at all.
But also, that's me. I like the thing of, honestly, where a lot of people are like, but I never thought of something like that. And it's like, that's okay. Everybody's experiences are unique. And that's what I appreciate about actually sharing a lot of games or stories like this, is because you really do get to basically go, oh, I never thought about that in that way at all.
And there's one thing that happens when you have two people playing a game that's really fun that we've both noticed is you'll both have your immediate reactions and you'll kind of look at each other like that was a totally different reaction than I had, which also allows for people outside of the game to have their completely different reactions as well. And that's been one of the really fun things about this, where people go, the way one or the other of you interpreted this was not at all the way I did, or I understand, one or the other person's perspective more. I can't say I clicked with her in the slightest.
I don't agree entirely, but that's okay.
I'm really having trouble. I'm really hoping having a trash-talking FOD game running wild in the arcade won't be a long-term problem. On the other hand, that might just be the standard of this arcade. You're going to really need to get to know the culture of this arcade, my bro, before you're really like, I need to fix this problem, because you don't actually know if that is a problem.
Yeah.
let's see, what to handle next. There's only one thing left.
Aha!
Loud crowd around Showtime stage.
Yeah!
I'm like, why is that option even there? There's only one option.
I know!
I appreciate that it's a sort of dwindling list, but I really feel like every one of these games that dwindles down to nothing, where there's only one option left, instead of having to pick the last option, it could just say, well, and now I need to head to fill in the blank last option.
The last option,
And
yeah.
you're like, oh, because that's all that's left now. Anyway,
Right.
in the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete and utter solitude. See, we're going here again.
Aha!
People were here, but they weren't here. Like, Lies is saying very much this experience of going, no one was here during the first half of my shift. 3 people are being like, I saw you in the first half of your shift.
Right? And you're kind of like, yep, no one is here. I mean,
No
Queen
one was
Bee
here.
didn't say that she was around, but the one,
Okay, so
and Percy did say that.
Percy did say it, and then, like, I thought the rando said it too, that he saw us, like, there.
Well, if the Brando's been fucking waiting for Percy the whole damn time.
I was gonna say, yeah, anyway, so there's, I know we've been identified at least twice as someone having seen us.
Yeah.
Or us having also seen having seen someone else as well. We also called it out.
There's also the thing, though, too, that you got to consider. What I always think is funny is people
Uh-huh.
going, God, there was nobody here, but you were also super damn distracted, freaking out, going, new job thing I have to interview for. I don't know what I'm doing here. You're having a lot of internal
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
conversations. You could be missing that
Again,
time.
I feel like it's exaggerated, but it's interesting that they keep going back and forth.
Right?
Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but that's quite a crowd that's assembling and has already been assembled since you dealt with the other 2 problems first.
Oh, dear.
Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was. Except for her team wasn't here yet.
Or I would say, well, yeah, was rounding up to be.
Yeah, I would think was then her team
Or winding up
is
to be.
kind of thing. Or then I don't know. Anyway, rowdier too. And that has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Especially
I like
since
the
it's
fact that there's this level of suddenly, like, now I'm going to start looking at this as fire safety and this hazard and blah, blah. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
are these options actually popping up because we've been either, more reserved or
Uh-huh.
basically picking, like, let's have the lawful option, basically?
is that the sort of neutral,
Uh-huh.
option? I was gonna say, we're lawful neutral. Oh, I was gonna say we're true neutral. Oh,
Aye.
anyway, I also am like, originally thought these were the Funplex doors. I think they're actually just windows.
I think they
and
are
the
too.
doors are behind us. Like now that I'm seeing where the stage is, kind of thing. This has to be some sort of fire code or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary.
God, you are super anxious.
Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. I also
Aye.
am very interested in the fact that they don't seem to care still at all about getting any confirmation that this is what floor work is supposed to look like.
Right.
And I'm wondering how much of this is cultural. Basically, I know how arcades work because they're such a huge part of the culture. Or how much of it is just I'm self-confident, I'm self-directed, I'll make these choices, and then if I'm wrong, they'll just correct me.
Right?
The lights are fabulous.
They are great.
As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an auditory flashback right to 1980X. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. And catchy tunes. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play.
Showtime Stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden in the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves.
So it does
It's
both.
pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Lies?
So it actually looks like it's both. So one, it captures your moves, like your upper body moves, but also that looks like a DDR kind of pad on the bottom.
It does.
So like you still have to do the right thing in the right panels with your feet.
Yep.
So it's checking both, have you hit the proper panel with your feet, and capturing your motion pose up top.
Right?
I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. I'm good. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall.
Did you see that, Tio? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I did. You're doing great. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song? So it's impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing, and one day, maybe I even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one who brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. That's very
The
cute.
matching outfits are adorable.
That's because they're a team.
It's very cute. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from Showtime stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song. Can you blame me? That one was butterfly for me.
It's really
Alright, like in DDR, that was butterfly.
God, right?
Alright, I'm getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
Whoa.
A little lower with the bass. Drop the bass.
How about you? Want to take the spotlight?
Sure,
Ah.
I can. There's I go. What, in public? I think not.
We're gonna have to pick because you can't in here.
I know! I'm just having this experience again going, my bro, what about the job? Where is our professionalism? Seems really inconsistent, but that's okay. Sure, I can learn as I go, Let's Dance. I'm gonna go with no, because I've already turned down I can't play a game while I'm on the job.
Right?
But I think the only way I know how to do it is what in public, I think not.
Right?
Kind of going, I'm embarrassed, even though this is a job choice, it's still just like, what, in public? I think not. I'm not one for dancing with strangers. Well, that is a little bit different. You know what dancing leads to? Me falling on my face.
It's suck.
I love the comedic timing of that, though, that, you know what dancing leads to? Me falling on my face in front of all these people.
Yes.
I'm waiting to go. I love your nail polish. It's lovely.
It's super cute. Also, thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Yes, we're going to interact more with who I assume is actually Tio in this case.
Yes.
So thank you very much again for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time
Yes.
with us. Please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or our Patreon. We've got some links in the description down below as well. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!